Can score. Great versatility.
Kyrie Irving off the screen, can't get it. Morris tips it, the right to Thompson. James to Love for three. James drives past Morris and finishes.
And that's the one thing you don't want to happen if you're Stan Van Gundy and the Pistons. You can live with LeBron James shooting jump shots.
That shoulder in game 4, the opening round. Ball knocked away by J.R. Smith. Here comes James, one man to beat. Jackson moves away and James finishes.
You cannot turn the basketball over against this Cavaliers
Irving
team.
finds James. James finds a path to the rim. So much for playoff nerves to start your postseason career. Irving fires and hits a three. Does he hold on to his pivot foot? I guess so, as James banks it in.
No, I'm a homer. I know that. But that's a travel. Come on. How about if you're Stanley Johnson? You get LeBron James in your first playoff possession.
Dellavedova just in. Likes that floater. J.R. Smith, catch and shoot. Knocks down a three. He set a franchise record for the Cavs this year. There's the layup, off the glass, at the buzzer. Good call, coach. 10 points in the first quarter for LeBron James.
Well, this is a mistake in coverage by Steve Blake. This is supposed to be a switch. Instead, it's a walk down the lane. Beautiful execution by the Cavs.
For 13 from 3. James inside. Second effort. And Drummond shaken up on the play. Again, the Pistons thinking James getting away with offensive fouls. James, double, out to Love. Three-pointer, got it. Oh, gorgeous pass as J.R. Smith goes backdoor. 6 assists for James.
We've seen a clinic as far as passing the basketball in this first half by LeBron James.
Detroit with 15 assists in that first half. Kyrie Irving, meanwhile, had a terrific offensive first half, and that continues. He missed his first 4 shots, puts it in. Yeah, much you can do when he's hitting that.
If he makes that.
And both making 6 finals. Meanwhile, James doing a little bit of everything tonight.
Both guys great. But one guy could play the point guard position. With all due respect, look at these passes. Coach talked about it. Fundamentally sound, on point, precise, getting it done. The double team, the recognizing a guy is open. Simple basketball, 8 big assists. Again, not many point guards can make that pass. The guy will end up being perhaps the greatest scorer.
I remember even like last year during the finals, he averaged about 9 assists a game as Love continues.
Well, Stanley Johnson had his struggles after coming back from injury, but he has competed hard tonight. He's made 3 threes. He's had the unenviable task of having to match up against LeBron James. But Mike, sometimes irrational confidence is good. And if you were thinking, hey, I'm guarding LeBron James, I played in 1 playoff game, this guy's played in 179, you may back down, but there's been no back down in Stanley Johnson. He's big, he's strong, and he's competing hard.
He was the 8th overall pick.
Corner threes.
They initially called it good. Now, on the inbounds, Dellavedova misses. Tipped up and in by James. Finds Drummond, back to Jackson, reverse layup, won't go. Drummond had it and couldn't quite hold on. James spin and he's fouled by Bullock. Crowd wanted something more, but he just held him up. And James just fell to the ground. He'll shoot 2. They wanted a double dribble. Harris drives, whacked from behind, blocked by James. There was plenty of contact. Jefferson wide open for 3. They call it a 2, his foot on the line as the Cavaliers go up by 3.
They got to get into their offense quicker right now.
Back to Love. Bang! was hard to hear the whistle. James looked like he was passing. That's what the Pistons felt. 5 on the 24. James banks it in.
Stanley Johnson working on James, backing his way in. Playoff bumps, swapping a little paint, and LeBron gives him a stare down after he finishes.
Difficult, but you know, we can do this all year. We're used to it.
That was recorded between quarters as LeBron James gets the lob and announces that he's back here in the second quarter. Only 2 points in the first quarter for LeBron.
I can shoot the three.
Well, LeBron's so strong in there. LeBron's got that look right now. Came out to start the second quarter. He got the lob, bullying his way in on Bullock. Finishes at the rim. First lead of the night for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Up ahead, tough pass, good catch. James finishes. And LeBron is rolling here in quarter number 2.
And he's gassed. And he's talking to Shumpert, and Shumpert, I love to say, it's my fault. I mean, he threw that basketball.
Coming into tonight, LeBron playing in playoff game number 179. You see the stats across the board. Dellavedova looking for James. Whoa, LeBron James bringing the heat. Ooh.
And Matthew Dellavedova,
Quarter number 2.
Well, Delly does a nice job, and you can see he's coming down the lane, and you don't want to get in the way of that one. That one was big time. He liked that one.
All kind of sassy on that one.
Interesting moment right now for the Detroit Pistons because Kevin loves that.
J.R. Smith and Irving, and looking up top floor, LeBron James. Boy, in this second quarter, not only is he racking up the points, but he's scoring in a fashion that is getting this crowd in. All the way across from James. J.R. Smith hits another. What a find by LeBron. And Dellavedova finds Jefferson. And Jefferson can't get it to go. LeBron, the offensive board, and the putback. Those second chance opportunities.
That's
Cavs
where
go back up.
in that area of offensive rebounding. That's where LeBron, I feel.
James across to Love. Ball moving well right there. And Kevin Love hits. Three-pointer that gives the Cavaliers. Pretty quiet right now, though. James trying to get them on their feet again. He hits a three. LeBron James. First point to the second half. He's got 19 now. His first three-pointer made of the game.
And him and Marcus Morris having a little chatter from each other. And Marcus did the right thing. LeBron had
Johnson on James. Little turnaround. LeBron got it. LeBron has skip in his step. We saw it in the second quarter. Fingers all over that. LeBron James buries at threes. Hit 2 threes in this quarter. And now it's a 12-point Cleveland lead, starting to stretch it out. In game 1, Stan Van Gundy let it ride a little bit with his young roster. And he's going to let it ride here as well. Pistons are in the danger zone, and LeBron just making it look easy all the way in, hardly touched. He'll go to the line, a chance for a three-point play.
I mean, did T. Lue talked about that when we got a chance to talk to him? He said, I want LeBron to push.
And there's LeBron. Fouled. Great pass, LeBron to Love. Well, that was beautiful. That was a one-handed catch.
Has not cleared yet. James attacks and finishes. He has been attacking the rim throughout the first 2 games of this series. James ahead. Irving has shot well from three-point range. That time a two-pointer, banks it in. Back-to-back buckets for Irving. And Cleveland up by 2. Irving. James inside the arc. His second field goal. Both teams have shot the ball well in this series overall. James steps back. Two-pointer for LeBron James. He's now 3 for 7 from the field.
But again,
James rifles a pass to Dellavedova. His floater's up and good. J.R. Smith on the drive. Feeds inside, and James with a flush.
Again, Tristan Thompson, his work on the offensive board.
Irving splits, throws it up to James, comes down, back up, can't get it to go, and a foul. Thompson A rare outside shot from him, and he knocks it down. Drummond sprinting back, but Irving gets inside and finishes. And a quick timeout. Stan Van Gundy irate. Irving blows past Jackson, layup, can't get it to fall. James right there on the follow. Another offensive rebound. Love up top, James, quick pass, J.R. Smith, the quick release, and it's a three.
Single-dimensional player. You can do more. He's a good basketball player.
Love nails a three. Back-to-back threes for the Cavaliers. And again, this equals their largest lead of the game. It has been close throughout. Pistons' biggest lead was 6. James gets inside, gets hit, and Johnson called for the foul as James with a chance for a three-point play. This is the largest lead by either team. Michael Smith, the official, took a tumble as well.
A great job of moving without the basketball. Doesn't settle on the perimeter. Understands he's not having a great night shooting the basketball.
James straight on three. Nails it. LeBron James finding some offense. It's back up by 9. He's now 8 of 19 from the field. His first three-pointer of the game. He was 0 for 4. To James. Out to Smith. Fakes the three. One dribble. Puts it in. J.R. Smith from downtown. Dellavedova finds Irving for 3. Oh, he puts it in! Kyrie Irving nails it. But they're going to review it. Jason Phillips quickly blew his whistle. Kyrie Irving, what a shot. And a perfectly executed play. Well, he's close to the baseline there. And the Cavaliers will just hold
in Cleveland. But other than that, the Pistons have proved they could stay in there with Cleveland as LeBron goes strong to the hole.
Tobias Mitchell is.
Kevin Love will take it in, and Love off the window scores the basket. Irving kicks it to LeBron. All the way around it goes. J.R. Smith, and he's got it. Smith cannot get the tip to go. And with a head of steam going, LeBron James. Boy, LeBron, talk about running downhill, flying past everybody and strong to the basket. And got their crowd into it. Now James on a breakaway, all the way in. LeBron, vintage. Advance to the next round. Out to Jefferson for 3, and Richard Jefferson hits.
Well, this lineup for the Cavs is basically LeBron James is the point forward.
It's a different story come playoff time, and he has lived in there a lot. Got the breakaway dunk, and it's not just that he gets to the paint, it's what he does when he distributes.
He struggled with his outside shoot, but once he gets going like this downhill, it's hard to stop him.
Stanley Johnson made sure it wasn't a basket as Morris hits one. James on the tech. Boy, LeBron James just so strong. Denied him. Shot clock down to 4. J.R. Smith, another one. J.R. Smith. He's got the sights dialed in here in Detroit tonight with an answer and a stare down. Kyrie Irving passed it up, move it inside, dishes it to James, who finishes. And LeBron looking at Tobias Harris on James. Little fadeaway off 1 foot. No problem for LeBron. Gives him 18. But you got to figure there's going to be some pack of Drummond coming at some point. There's Kyrie Irving, who knocks down a 3. I don't think that pass was for Tobias Harris as Thompson finds himself wide open. Boy, just when Detroit. And now Kyrie Irving on the attack. And James there to clean it up. Boy, just heartbreaking for Detroit. 3 looks at it. And a 2 in transition on the other end.
We just talked about Reggie Jackson making great decisions.
LeBron James all the way in. LeBron James adds to the lead. They go up 6. Gotta hustle it up. Reggie Jackson looking for help. 2-1. Jackson, the 3 short. Game over. Cavaliers win. They sweep the Detroit Pistons.
Throughout these playoffs, it's usually in wins, 18 in losses.
Now Smith will put up and hit a 3. Smith from
Distance about 35%, and they go inside with a quick two-run. A new shot clock with which to work. LeBron for the triple.
And Kev, you talked about 7 straight wins throughout these playoffs.
Pick and roll, and they couldn't get it on the dunk. James, a full head of steam.
Too big and too strong. And that's the last thing, if you're Coach Budenholzer, you wanted to see LeBron James
Slash records and milestones. Irving on the move.
And Kev, all those numbers are great for LeBron James.
LeBron, pick and roll.
How about the look away by Dellavedova? Coming off that screen and roll with James.
Shumpert, good ball movement. It goes to Jefferson for 3. Deflection by Korver, retrieved by James. Shot clock at 4. It's Jefferson with 3. Out to James. Great lead pass to Jefferson.
Got to be kidding me.
What a pass by LeBron James. Points in three-point shooting. That's LeBron.
But also, too, the Cavaliers are
With an isolation. Posting, leaning, firing, scoring. LeBron James has got 13 points on 8 shots in 16 minutes.
well to go along with.
Leading his way on Bazemore.
Gotta send help. That's too easy. 1, 2, 3 dribbles. I know he's a willing passer, but he's a much better finisher as well.
Irving is 5 of 11. LeBron 3. He's hit a couple.
So if you're baseball, you can't get discouraged. You got to live with that. That's looking over here. So he's going to give me the shot. I got to take it. But you got to play the percentage.
Irving. LeBron. Look away. Love. 3.
Stops together.
Mike Scott was effective against the Boston Celtics in the first round. LeBron drives into 2. Out to Love, the fake, the fire, and the hit.
LeBron James.
And 2 beautiful feet. Irving, LeBron! He gripped it and ripped it. And now they're beginning to pull away. Matched up with Millsap. Kyrie, open 3. 9 of 17 with 20 on 17 shots. J.R. Smith.
Wow.
With Korver right there defending.
Yeah, if you're Korver, you could not have guarded.
Irving. James. And got it! In mid-flight. What a play!
Put your 2 best players on the side of the court and let them do what they do best.
Shot clock is down to 3. Defended by Horford. 25 for James. Timeout Atlanta. In this second round series.
One of those point-blank layups that you've got to convert versus this Cavaliers team.
That's a goaltend. And LeBron the other way. 1 of 2 so far. Finding Irving. 3 is down. They have 6 3. Did a fair amount of those in game 1. Look at LeBron. Triple team. Spinning. Grinding. Scoring.
That's a man's layup right there.
Wow.
That is
That's
a
impressive.
man's layup.
Just got screened by LeBron, who puts up a 3. He hit his first 3-point attempt in game 1. He hits his first 3-point attempt here in game 2, and a quick 7 for James. Smith 3.
Well, they had 6 made 3-pointers in game 1.
Here comes LeBron with a 3. What an outside aerial attack by the Cavaliers.
Turnover. 6 now.
Fry 3 from LeBron.
6 turnovers for 17.
By Shumpert, a sidestep by Korver, outside Dellavedova 3. The Cavaliers, Dellavedova is out. Kyrie is in, a 3 from James.
Oh my goodness, number 13. And the Warriors broke that record in game 4 in Houston with 21. And now 13 made 3s in this first half by the Cavs.
And they've got Millsap over there defending. LeBron. in command, inside or out. James with 15. Got the screen, shifts gears, drives inside, an Atlanta foul. As James was trying to make it go.
They want to come out here with some aggressiveness.
Missed their last 7. Full head of steam, LeBron James. Corver the foul, 20 for LeBron.
And I'm sorry, there is no human alive that's going to stop LeBron James in the open court with a full head of steam, playing downhill.
And Irving will carve. LeBron tees up a triple.
It continues. It continues.
Good pass, Kyrie. James inside. Irving to James. Kyrie triple. 21 three-point makes by the Cavaliers, tying. LeBron held. The shooter comes in and a foul. Oh, nice change of direction. And Humphries holding on to the jersey of James.
LeBron going behind the back and out of the corner. Kevin Love, and here they go again. Cavs hit their first. Great dive by James, met by Millsap, absorbs the contact and scores.
Millsap turned his head. As soon as he turned his head, LeBron James cut right to the rim, receives the pass, and goes strong to the basket.
Cabo Cephalosha, year 10 in the league. Did a good job there on LeBron. Too good, he fouled it. Tony Brothers and Mike Scott, primary defense. James on the attack. It looks so easy, 2.5 seconds remaining.
And Jefferson makes 4. Look at that.
Great dive by James, 36. Switch, James picked up by Teague. Instead, he passes it out. And Channing Frye does it again. 3 threes. They are 8. Shumpert hits the 3. 9 of 15 in the half.
Now, Shumpert has made, and they're only 6 ahead. Right? So you just got to give him a lot of credit.
Cephalosha back in the game. James, no problem taking him inside. LeBron also letting Tony Brothers know that he got fouled on the way. The NBA cities during the playoffs, taking this game in tonight.
He said, everything here is great. I don't want to hear about the weather. The basketball is great.
Yay for Cleveland. Chamber of Commerce spot. Here goes JR. Smith bangs his second 3, and Mike Budenholzer takes a timeout. Trying to buy in the act of shooting. Tony Brothers and Dan Crawford will talk about it. Passing as we've gone deeper this quarter, like that one to Thompson from James, who got the rebound and put it back in. LeBron has 14 on 11 boards.
Can't stop work.
Space for LeBron to get to the rim and throw it down.
Well, you said before that dunk right there, where has LeBron been? Well, he only had 14 before that dunk. He has 16. Definitely Corbett gets it right there.
And Hubie, we talked about this earlier in the series, and we talked about it with Mike Budenholzer. That's why the acquisitions David Griffin's made, the GM of this team, have really maximized this good team around LeBron, who lines it up and knocks it down to give the Cavaliers the lead. Nearly forced the turnover. Late clock, Millsap. What a play by J.R. Smith. Ahead of the field, Frye for the dunk. Timeout, Atlanta. And help put a stamp on this Cavalier run. Best player in the world gets that shot. That's not going to be good when they're trying to come back if you're Atlanta.
Well, that was a big shot for them, but at the defensive end, he's been everywhere. And that was another steal. He's been very active since he came back in this quarter. Now, you have to look at his game and you say, well, he's got 19, 11 boards, 6 assists. There's the clear out. You got to be ready for the double.
James over Cephalosha. LeBron James takes it up to 21 points. Kyrie, the handle, the finish.
What a terrific move. Now that was so quick with the dribble, and he was down low to the ground.
He got hit by Irving. It's going to be a Kyrie. 1:40 to go. Nobody scored in a couple of minutes. Love out of the corner. Love a 3. Their 21st of the night. NBA record, both teams, 37 threes. Teague inside. Love says no.
Look out here. 3-on-2.
James on the move, basket bound. He gets fouled by Bazemore. Defense from Kevin Love and his teammates over at the bench letting him know about it.
Now you can see right there, as soon as they come 3-on-2, and if you're not going to cover the 3, if you shade out that way, which they did, LeBron just keeps the ball.
I thought Tyronn Lue said it to his best. They've got 2 of the best one-on-one. Oh, look out, look out, look out. As James And this foul late here, and LeBron stepping away from any altercation. And heading back over there to make sure that fan is okay in the first row, which is very classy of LeBron.
Is that you don't want to injure anybody, and the other factor is the other coach and his team, whatever they do, they have that opportunity, because somewhere down the line you might meet them up again, not just in the half-court sets, but in the transition game.
The find of Love in the corner. Terrific pass, and Kevin Love knocks down a corner three from good defense at the end, and there goes LeBron to the basket. Horford to be a free agent. What will happen here in Atlanta? Shut off James on that drive. Pitch to J.R. Smith, who continues his three-point shooting. J.R. 14 of 25 in the series.
And they played it perfectly. All right, you got what you want defensively. All right, you made the force down into the painted area. All right, you rotate, and they make the pass out.
Millsap guarding James. LeBron with a step back, knocks down the outside shot. He has both of his field goals good, plus a couple of assists so far.
Every single season, and then comes back fresh and begins the following year at a high level.
Massive number of playoff games and regular season. Channing Frye hits the three from the corner. He has LeBron with a head of steam. Schroeder gives the foul up top. Continuation, LeBron has the chance of the three-point play. And the Atlanta fans disagree with the call.
Well, if you notice how quick he is going from one end of the floor to the other. This is the second time that he's done this.
Love tries that home run out. Hits James.
Come on now. How about that pass?
They've done it before.
Now we're talking over 3/4 of the court, right on LeBron running. He wasn't standing still. Perfect pass.
All the Hawks have done, 2-point game. The late portion of the last decade. James hits the three. LeBron's first three-point hit. LeBron comes across, all the attention comes his way, and Love knows where to go. And LeBron knows where to find him. And we're tied at 62.
Well, they're doing it very easily, Mike. You know, all of the movement is causing defensive rotations.
Kevin Love again, only Hawk to shoot a free throw. He shot all 10 of them. Love again! That's his third. And Mike Budenholzer's got to draw something up to change that. Adjusted. Love comes to the corner, challenged by Cephalosha, but it doesn't matter. This one a two.
All right, now you see, now Cephalosha, Boston, out to Detroit, Chicago, when Isaiah brought all of that.
Get back two. 15 for LeBron.
I tell you, in game 3 and again today, he's had it on the perimeter.
Irving, Kyrie.
Oh, how about that one?
Gives the Cavaliers the lead.
How about switching hands?
James on the attack. Able to finish that time.
Yeah, he finally opened up on Cephalosha this half. Now keep an eye on this move by Kyrie Irving as he comes out of the
quarter three. Frye, Channing Frye. The 7 threes in game 3. Big one here in game 4. Cavaliers by 5.
And then make a good decision. Oh, no. Look
James cuts to the basket. He's blocked again. This one's going to be a goaltend.
Oh, boy. Now, that was a very deceptive play. They sent 2 players.
Shot clock at 2. James, jab, jumper. Got it, LeBron.
I tell you, he's been outstanding today with the clock going down to where it's going to go off from the wings. Deep shots, and he times it perfectly, and he's made them. Now, this is just a good move. We're going to go down inside. We don't have it. Now, right up there, good playing for the drive. That's what you want him to do. You did not want him to go off the dribble, go down inside, get fouled, etc. Potential three-point play down in there.
Well, he's hit the last 2 Cleveland field goals and always denied by the rim 3 times inside. Schroeder to the basket, turned away. James pulls it away. Jump ball is called. 2.8 to go. James and Schroeder to jump. And remember, the Cavs still have a foul to give, and Atlanta doesn't have a timeout.
Now, that was a spectacular defensive play. Come on, this guy's been wet.
Schroeder giving up 7-8 inches to James, who wins the tap. It goes to the corner. Horford tries to get to it. The 3 is on the way. Millsap, it's off. And it's over. And the Cavaliers have swept the Hawks. And Cleveland is back in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Day in a clincher against Miami. James against Carroll. That's a key matchup. And LeBron James gets the Cavs on the board. Pass deflected and stolen by J.R. Smith. 3-on-1 break for the Cavs. James to the basket. Carroll. James gets him out of the way and scores easily.
And that's not going to cut it. You got to do a better job keeping them in front of you, and you have to do, at some point you got to stun a little. Have a guy at the nail making LeBron uncomfortable. That's one-on-one basketball, and LeBron's going to win that match.
Series with Toronto and Miami. Nice entry pass, and James another easy bucket. He's 4 for 4. DeRozan blocked by James. Here comes Irving. Banks it in. Irving took it right to Kyle Lowry. Pass inside. Poor defense that time, and J.R. Smith throws it down.
And that's a special play that the Cavaliers like to run after timeouts. Get the ball to James at the elbow and cut. And J.R. Smith with an easy one.
Lobs it up, and James throws it down.
To me, that's a small pick and roll. You got to either get under or switch it and live with the results. They're allowing LeBron James to dive to the hoop with no help.
And James still manages to track it down. James on the drive. Got fouled as well. He's now 6 for 6, all 6 buckets in the restricted area.
Like, this is just bad defense. Where's the help? In the Eastern Conference Finals, give LeBron James credit.
Whips a pass to Irving inside the arc, rattles it home. Irving gets it back, wide open jump shot. Pure from Kyrie Irving, 16. Lowry to Johnson, and Johnson with a nice adjustment and slam. They're screaming with him here at the Quicken Loans Arena. He has had just a magnificent playoff career. Goes right, left-handed off the glass. He's now 7 for 7. Been a layup line for him here in the first 2 quarters. Timeout Toronto as the lead's back up to 20. Carroll's a strong guy. James is just so tough. As the follow, count it, and 1. Forget the strength sometimes of LeBron James.
And how many times in his career people said, man, just get him the basketball on the block and let him make plays.
James, pass corner to Irving. 3-pointer bounces around and drops in. When you're hot, you're hot.
With another layup.
Beautiful pass from J.R. Goes ahead to James. James fouled hard by Carroll to stop the layup. Good hard playoff foul. James goes to Johnson. Well defended by James Johnson, but LeBron James gets it back. Irving knocks over DeRozan. Probably got away with a foul, and James finishes at the other end. DeRozan annoyed. Irving made a steal, but there was plenty of contact as the lead is now 25. Raptors really starting to turn it over as nice feed inside, and Smith the finish. Gorgeous look from LeBron James.
They ran the same play.
Barrels in, and a blocking foul called on Kyle Lowry.
Their ability to shoot the 3-point.
James on the pass from Irving. They're getting dunks again early. He took him to the basket time and time again in game 1. Good look. Love connects on a 3.
Which put him into unnecessary rotation.
James again, single coverage. Carroll the foul. And LeBron James will shoot free throws.
But it's not either or. You got to do both.
Love fakes the swing, drives on Scola, flips it up, shot's good.
It's good old-fashioned basketball, not ball movement. They're putting the basketball in the hands of the best player.
Again, falling away. He's got so many ways to score. Carroll tries to draw the offensive foul. Nice pass again, and Thompson the finish. Another assist for LeBron James. He in the second round against Atlanta. Alley-oop, and James is fouled.
And if you're Biyombo, you got to get that defensive rebound.
Fry hits a three. Clear path to the basket. Timeout, Raptors.
Previous play, they got a three.
James ahead of the pack in the finish. Shumpert thread the needle. After hardly playing earlier in the playoffs, Shumpert drives inside to James, who's fouled by Biyombo. Biyombo will pick up his first.
You see, pushing the basketball. Shumpert does a great job delivering the basketball.
Dellavedova, open look. James the offensive rebound, and he's fouled before the shot attempt. Joseph can't finish. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Damari Carroll. That's his third. Again, threads the needle. Love finishes.
What a
15
pass.
for Love.
What a pass by James. And awesome hands by Love. Catch.
James drives down the lane, an easy two and a foul. That's the type of play reminiscent of game one.
They do a good job of putting all shooters on the floor, and the Raptors do a bad job, again, overreacting the shooting. Direct line drive, foul. You can't end this half any worse if you're the Toronto Raptors. You see the shooters, they're running to the three-point line. Great screen, creates the angle. That's bad defense by the Raptors.
And Mike, I was talking to Mark. I'm not so sure after timeouts that you shouldn't zone every possession. These plays are so good out of timeouts with such great shootings.
With that brilliant Game 7 against Miami, James drives at Lowry. Lowry fouls him, and James misses. That's going to be 3 fouls now on Kyle Lowry.
But Mike could get back to it.
Smith steps aside, knocks down a three. James goes back door. $19 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. James to Love. James in the post, one-handed. Right now out there for Cleveland. Fry wide open. Raptors a little bit right now defensively, letting go of the rope. James drives and finishes. Timeout, Toronto. A 20-point lead with 7:49 remaining. LeBron James and the Cavs have been undefeated so far in the playoffs, on their way perhaps to their 10th straight win.
If you can't make him at least sometimes a jump shooter. And right now, this is just a layup drill.
Raptors trying to make one last run. They're down 16. Nice feed inside, and Fry, the beneficiary of the 11th assist of the night for LeBron James. Looks for James. James pulls back, drives, gets in the paint again. Layup. Foul. Won't go as the shot clock expires between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Toronto Raptors. And it's presented by Verizon as we get set for Game 3 here at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto. The Western Conference Finals will resume tomorrow night in Oklahoma City as those two teams have split the first two. And here Toronto trying to get into the win column and get themselves back in this series. James guarded by Biyombo. A rare outside shot for LeBron James, who's done all his scoring in the paint. And he nails that one.
If I was the Raptors, I would be concerned about Kyle Lowry's shooting ability. Struggling, but he has proven throughout the course of this season and this playoff series. It's a great offense by the Cavs to be able to bounce back. He's a tough basketball player.
James And that's 2 jumpers for LeBron James. Carroll's going to try again. Way off. Love throws that long pass, and James throws it down.
See, but Mike, that can't happen. Carroll misses a shot, feels like he got contact, never got back. We're trying to win a game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals. We cannot afford to have you complaining about calls.
James.
And that play right there, the Dellavedova-James high pick and roll with the second unit and Fry on the floor has really given the Raptors problems.
Channing Frye shows that nice touch. Biyombo blocked by Thompson. And then Biyombo fouls Irving. And not a smart play. Thompson gets in his face. That puts him in the penalty. A technical foul call. Thompson pushes away James. And I think they thought it was one of the Raptors and hit him with a tee. Well, it was his own teammate, I think.
It was actually DeMarre Carroll. It was Tristan Thompson that hit LeBron James. Referee Kenny Mauer thought it was DeMarre Carroll. They've got to take a look at it and get it right.
Yeah, James got hit in the face, but it did not appear it was a Raptor, yet a Raptor was hit with a tee for it. That's what Carroll's upset about. Shot clock turned off. James a 3. Drills it. LeBron James from downtown.
I said, how concerned are you that Biyombo has almost as many rebounds as you do as a team? He said, listen, defensively we missed so many shots, I've got no problem, but we've got to keep him off the offensive glass, Mike.
J.R. Smith, thank you, DB. That's his 4th three-pointer. He's got 14 points. Scola stripped and stolen by James. James on the run, dragged down, and he still gets it to go. Wow. DeRozan grabbed him with both arms, and James still got off the shot and a chance for a 3-point play. James, by the way, picked up his 3rd assist, and that moves him into 3rd all-time in playoff assists. Remember, last game he moved into 4th all-time in points. James, the crossover, gets inside, floats it up, won't go. Second effort is good. And James now starting to take control a little bit in terms of dominating the ball. Irving back to James. Smith for 3. It's good. J.R. Smith having one of those lighted up from downtown games. It's a 5-point lead now for Toronto. Open look for Smith. Not that time. James grabs it as Biyombo and Thompson were mauling each other. 22 points now for LeBron James. Nice backdoor, and Smith throws it down. James pulls back. Biyombo guarding him. James down the lane, fake, and fouled by Biyombo. James pops up quickly. He thought Biyombo pushed him down afterwards.
I thought James sold it pretty good. That's nothing. That's not a flagrant foul.
So the record to start playoffs consecutive victories of 11 remains intact. And Toronto once again, same script. Lowry, not that time. Same script throughout the playoffs. A bad game here or there, and when they need a win, they get it. And boy, did they need a win tonight. Outside the arena, Kyrie Irving throws it up to James. One-handed slam. DeMar DeRozan goes at James. Shot blocked and knocked off of DeRozan.
James' length and athletic ability keeps him in the picture and blocks the shot.
Lowry goes for a reach in. Irving finds James. James, nice adjustment. Biyombo was ready to block it. And James with a gorgeous move. Ross went for the steal. Biyombo picks up James. His jump shot is good.
Patrick Patterson has done a very good job of adjusting his screens at the point of the screen to get their guys quality looks.
James, meanwhile, who has struggled shooting earlier in the series, has found a nice touch. He's hit 3 perimeter jumpers, 5 of 6 overall. Irving to James. Back out Irving. Nice pass inside. And James with 14. Alley-oop to James. Oh, and a block by Biyombo, but a foul. Midway through the third, shot clock at 5. Kevin Love finds James. James with a left hand, just calmly banks it off the glass. James finds Kevin Love. And Love, nice move in the post on DeMar Carroll. Smith up top, Irving. James hits the three-pointer. He has struggled mightily from downtown, especially in this series. Kevin Love will try another three. Gets that one to go. His second three-pointer. Alley-oop to James. Dellavedova with a beautiful setup. Lowry, long distance. And Channing Frye grabs that one. James, head down, drives, layup, got it to go. LeBron James puts it in on the Cavs with their first lead of the game after trailing by as many as 18. Patterson is on James. They lob it into Jefferson. James spotted the mismatch. James drives on Patterson. Inside Jefferson. Yeah, Richard Jefferson playing big crunch time minutes and coming through. He's 3 for 3. They have not missed a shot in the fourth quarter. Stolen by James. Took it away from Patterson. Fouled from behind and nearly put it up and in. And James will shoot 2 free throws off the steal. Dellavedova looking for an opening. Throws it inside. James on a nice backdoor cut. Backdoor Jefferson. The Cavs would need a miracle to pull this one out.
It's over, Mike.
Kyrie Irving sets, fires a three. That won't go. And the astounding turnaround continues here in the Eastern Conference Finals. Raptors win a thriller. And the series is tied at 2 games apiece. James drives. Love fakes the three. Nice pass inside. And James able to bank it in. Kevin Love very active and aggressive to start this game. J.R. Smith long distance. NBA playoff fever. Irving, elbow jumper. James back up top.
And with that being said, Coach, with this group, it doesn't matter because if they double as Kyrie Irving with the shot.
James gets it down low, kicks it out. Love steps back. Kevin Love 4 for 4 from the field, and the lead is 11. Drives, finishes with the left hand.
To start the fourth quarter.
Dellavedova to James. Johnson guarding James. They float it up, and Jefferson throws it down. Innocent play. James drives and lays it in with a foul.
Again, same set, same entry, as all the Raptors are looking how they're going to defend it. James just blows by Johnson.
Well, the Cavaliers are taking apart the Raptors here in the first half. Timeout, Toronto.
But noise is not just noise. When you go home and the wife and kids, like, is that for you or against you? When you open up your door to your house.
Love throws it down. Perfect pass to James. What an outlet from Kevin Love.
How good is he at making those passes? Puts it where only James could catch it.
James with the steal on the DeRozan. And LeBron James quickly down the other end. The defense continues to excel. James left open and hits a three. They've only taken 9 threes of their 44 attempts. Remember, in games 3 and 4. Pass inside to Love.
What a pass.
The role players playing outstanding. They're getting it done defensively, scoring in bunches. I wouldn't count out that Warrior team, though. Championship experience. And they have a no-quit mentality.
But a three-pointer, that's good. LeBron James with a couple of threes here in this third quarter. He now has 22 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. The lead back up to 32. Lowry trapped. Good help from Channing Frye. Kyrie Irving lays it up and in. A severe knee injury from last year's finals. James gets inside and draws the foul. Conference final history. Kevin Love, LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving just destroying the Raptors. Coming up in the fourth quarter, we'll have Jeff Van Gundy, the early days. from going back to the NBA Finals for the second straight year, and LeBron James 1 win away from. It's his first shot. He shoots 54% that particular game. As Irving the steal, James the finish. But on games where Kevin Love misses his first shot in the playoffs, and that's 9 games, he's only shot 31%. That's a pretty incredible number. James steps into a 3 and nails that one. LeBron James from downtown, and the Cavs have hit their first 2. Scola open for 3. And those are the open 3-pointers Dwayne Casey was talking about. They're getting good looks because of DeRozan and Lowry, as J.R. Smith hits one down at the other end of the floor. Kyrie Irving with a steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop to James! Beautifully executed off another fine defensive play, and it's now 10 straight points for Cleveland. Lowry sees it open and gets to the basket. Well, Lowry's had, as we said, some bad games, but when they've needed it the most, he has bounced back. Last elimination game was Game 7 against Miami. He poured in 35.
Dwayne Casey doing a very good job as James knocks down another jumper. Instead of making it big on small pick and roll where they're trapping, he's setting small. DeRozan is setting the screen initially. The backcourt of the Cavs not communicating.
James drives and finishes. Valanciunas gets it inside. Can't get it to fall. The tip misses. Second tip no go. Third one misses, and James comes out of the pack.
Should have brought that one down with 2 hands.
James kicks it out. Fry. Again. Channing Frye. Once again from 3-point range. He's 23 for his last 36. Incredible shooting. Lowry on the drive. Inside left-handed. Can't get it to go, and Love tips it to James. James spins. Gets in the paint. Lefty layup. Strong move from LeBron James.
I love his mentality. He's not getting caught up in anything else. You see what he's doing. Putting his head down and attacking the paint area.
Irving to James. James tries another 3 and hits. 3 for 4 from downtown for LeBron James, who had his worst year shooting from that range. DeRozan can't get it to fall. Love grabs his 7th rebound. Irving shuffle pass. James fakes and finishes. And LeBron James puts the Cavs up by 11.
That's the importance of making that jump shot. They close harder then, and you can get to the basket.
Damari Carroll drives. Shot blocked from behind, but a foul. Nice pass. Irving banks it in. What a gorgeous look from LeBron James. Lowry misses the layup.
I think James got a piece of that.
Irving drives, foul, count it, and 1. Kyrie Irving aggressively goes to the basket, and a chance for a 3-point play as the Cavs open up their largest lead of the half. Carroll blocked from behind by James, and he grabs the rebound. James. Carroll tried to draw the foul. James' jump shot is good. He has been hitting the perimeter shots. Patterson, another 3. Ball deflected, tipped, and taken by James. James racing up the floor. Smith catches and hits the 3-pointer. J.R. Smith from downtown, his 4th 3-pointer of the game, and it's back up to 18. Carroll with single coverage. Here comes Valanciunas. Love fakes, sets, fires, and hits. Kevin Love a 3-pointer. James, quick spin move and finish. And what they've done, Jeff, is that they've adjusted to the way Toronto has played them, which has switched from game to game. James to Dellavedova. Dellavedova back to James. Back to Dellavedova. Beautiful give and go. And Matthew Dellavedova gets his first points of the night.
The guy's got an incredible feel for the game. Just a brilliant pass by James to Dellavedova.
Shot clock down to 5 again. Says clear out. James puts his head down, drives, layup is good. Johnson sets. Can't hit the 3. Ball batted out. Lowry tries to save it, but it goes to LeBron James. James out to Love. Open 3. James tip is good. And a timeout call by Dwayne Casey as the lead back up to 16. James now at 29, which ties his high for this year's playoffs. Irving, good feed inside, and James with the left hand. Kyrie Irving with his 9th assist, and that one was a beauty. Here in the 4th quarter, LeBron James was trying to get back in the game, but his teammates are doing some good things. That's so pretty, saying to Kyrie Irving on a gorgeous move to the basket. And his team kept adding to the lead while he was waiting to check in. And he is ready to celebrate, which would obviously be his team's second consecutive trip to the NBA Finals. And for LeBron James, it would be his sixth consecutive trip. That's the company he joins again. All the other 7 are Celtics. He'll be the 8th player to do it. The Cleveland Cavaliers win the Eastern Conference Final in 6 games. And now advance to the NBA Finals.
LeBron, tonight you crossed the 30-point margin for the 81st time in your career, but you waited until this game in this playoffs to do it. You said you would step forward and have a game when you needed to. Why was it tonight?
First of all, do you hear this?
No, they're incredible.
Unbelievable respect and much respect to these fans, to this country. This is unbelievable. I've never been a part of something like this in my 13-year career. This is special, and they really appreciate what their team did. To get back to your question, Doris, I knew this was going to be a tough game coming into this building, and I just had to bring my game. I had to bring my game. I had to be in attack mode from the beginning, trust my shot, and I knew once my shot started going, then I could start getting my teammates involved, and they was able to carry me down the stretch.
This was not a season where you were without questions. In fact, in January, after a blowout loss, you said we have a long way to go to be a championship team. How much ground have you covered?
We've covered a lot of ground, and I still believe we can get better. I still believe we can get better. We had our ups and downs through 3 rounds so far, but take nothing away from what we've done. Our guys are unbelievable. Our coaching staff are unbelievable, and I don't think last year I appreciated it enough getting back to the finals. This year, I'm going to appreciate this with these guys tonight and for the next couple of days before we lock back in.
How much do you relish the chance to enter that challenge with a full roster and Kyrie and Kevin at this level?
I'm so proud of those 2 guys. They sat on the bench all last year for the most part in the postseason. Kyrie was hobbled throughout the whole 4 rounds. Kev going out, obviously, in the first round, and they worked their tails off through adversity, through everything. Kyrie didn't play. I mean, it took him 7 months to get back on the court. Took Kev 3.5, 4 months to get back on the court, and big-time performances and just big-time leadership by those 2 guys. I'm happy to be a part of it.
LeBron, you know how hard it is to go to 1 finals and everything that goes into it. You will go to your 6th straight. Of what are you most proud?
I don't know, Doris. I've heard all the questions, and that right there is a stumper. I'm just very humbled and gracious that the man above has given me an opportunity to play the game that I love, and I get to go out here and do it every single night in front of my fans. It's very emotional, you know, just to be a part of something like this. This is my 6th straight, and it means everything.
I think the land is ready to watch you try it. Mike.
Thank you so much.
The crowd ready to roar here at Oracle Arena for game 1 of these NBA Finals. The rematch from last year, Warriors and Cavaliers, best of 7 to decide. Inside, nice move from James. Love inside. And that's one of the things he's been able to do. He's obviously a big 3-point shooter. James drives inside on a beautiful finish. And that they're used to being. James, quick pass to Kyrie Irving. Irving off the dribble. Irving has had just a magnificent playoffs. James, the spin move, boy, makes it look so easy. The Cavs have had some stretches in these playoffs where they have been superb defensively as James again gets inside. Green goes to Channing Frye, left-handed, throws up a wild shot, well defended again. The far side there, Barbosa with the foul. Barnes on the drive, stripped by James, ball knocked loose. Good hands first from Iguodala, then from LeBron James. Irving wide open, that time hits the 3-pointer, he's got 11. Curry off the glass, can't fall. And a loose ball foul against Golden State.
Time and time again, they went there when he faced some good things happen. But when Iguodala went on him or Green went on him, it became much more difficult than when Harrison Barnes was on him. This is just not good enough offense. They have too many weapons to be stationary.
James, jump shot is good.
So because he's struggling, he's not healthy now, right? Because
Kyrie Irving drives, draws contact, count it, and one. James pulls up. That's a three, rattles it home. James floats it up, and Thompson throws it down. Kevin Love banks it in, and a foul. Kevin Love with a chance for a three-point play as the lead has been cut to two. Blows past him, lefty layup. And Cleveland back up one.
You think about it, in that last Eastern Conference.
Kevin Love, that's a two-pointer for Love. A nice pass out for James, who came back in. Green gets up on Kevin Love. Barbosa's guarding LeBron James. And the mismatch easily goes to Cleveland. Shot clock down to 6. Irving fakes the three. Scampers across the lane, left-handed, and a beauty. James to Richard Jefferson. Jefferson runs, banks it in, and a foul. Nice move from Jefferson. James sets and connects a three-pointer. 9 straight points now for the Cavaliers. They've cut it to 11. Iguodala telling Thompson to go through. Warriors take game 1, courtesy of their bench. Performances after playoff losses. Kyrie Irving knocks down his first shot.
Good offense, you see right away.
State. Irving banks it in. James goes at him. Ball poked away from behind. Tristan Thompson. Wow, nice move from Tristan Thompson on the reverse. He's 0 for 4. Alley-oop to Thompson. So James has 5 assists. Comfort sets and hits. Gets inside, an easy layup for LeBron James, his first points. And quickly, Steve Kerr calls a 20-second timeout as the Cavs go back up by 4.
LeBron James forces another turnover.
From here at midcourt, Dellavedova on the drive. Inside to James for the flush. James crossover, drives, and got hit by Livingston.
But you see, just a little bit of body movement opens up a bigger driving gap for LeBron James.
Left-handed banks it in. Crowd certainly wanted to travel, thought he shuffled his foot. James the spin, and that's Curry's 3rd foul with 2:40 remaining here in the second.
And it's clearly a foul. Again, a bad defensive play by Curry.
Again, Cleveland had a 6-point lead a couple of minutes into the period. And then one of those Golden State avalanches. Jefferson, gorgeous move from Richard Jefferson. James, oh, what a crossover and finish. LeBron James, the freight train. When they shot just 33%, the Cavs, and won here at Oracle. James powers his way to the basket again.
Simple pick and roll with J.R. Smith.
By LeBron James.
Looked like there was a lot of contact there as well.
Through the hands of J.R. Smith. Little serendipity for Leandro Barbosa off what looked to be a turnover. Jefferson the drive. Not quite a dunk, but it's still 2 points.
But Kyrie Irving, Mikey.
James puts his head down and drives hard to the basket with authority.
But that's got to be the mindset. No sense in traveling when there's no shot blockers on the floor. He should turn the corner, square his shoulders, and attack the rim.
James is the tallest player on the court. Irving pull-up jumper finally gets one to go. He had missed his last several, now 5 of 13 from the field. James puts up a 3, knocks that one down. It's a 17-point game. And again,
trying to disrupt the Warriors.
Klay Thompson an air ball, so Curry and Thompson each with air balls to start. James goes at Green, layup is good.
But coach, you see the pickup point. All of a sudden, everybody is extended, trying to disrupt the Warriors.
The NBA has seen in a couple of decades. Irving on a beautiful feed from James. And talk about a beautiful start of the Cavaliers. Fakes, throws it back to Jefferson, into James. James thought about a long three. Iguodala's in the game, and James banks it in. He's 3 for 3, and it's an 11-point advantage.
And he put the ball on the floor with the mindset of scoring the basketball. Good, hard, aggressive move.
James to the basket, left-handed, lays it in.
Great screen by J.R. Smith, eliminating 2 guys out of the picture.
And Bogut's got to go up and either block it, foul him, something. You just can't let a team that's on a good roll.
But nobody deflected it, that's for sure. You got good eyes, Mark. J.R. Smith nails a three-pointer. Smith, who's at a nice backdoor, and James throws it down.
And to me, that's how he can be utilized more, Coach. We agree. Cutting and slashing to the cup.
He's such a great cutter.
Quality looks has he gotten tonight. Missed layup opportunity. Another one, missed layup opportunity. Turns the corner, gets to his spot. Another missed layup opportunity. Things are going well, just the inability to finish. You got to make plays. I love this. Old friend once told me it's not how you drive, it's how you arrive. He's got to attack and finish.
And a foul call. James will go to the line. The foul is on Klay Thompson. And that's his first. Curry to Bogut. Bogut lost it. Here comes James.
Look the man in front of you and do your job, man. All right? And follow my lead. Follow my lead from the start to the finish. Let's go! Hey, it's all about us. It's all about demeanor. Physical from the start to the end. Dominate. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. I got ball. Go get him, Tristan. Go get him. Go set it. Go get it.
Glowingly about him before the game. They played 1 year in Arizona together. Meanwhile, James rattles in. Green blocked by James. 5 to shoot. James steps back, jumper. It's good.
But it's a bad offensive possession, Mike. Rescued by a made shot.
James fires away and hits a three. Largest lead of the night.
And you know it's trouble when LeBron James begins to get that jumper to go down. Pushing the basketball in transition.
James, he's been hot from outside. That continues.
And Mike, I don't think they're going to.
James keeps his dribble somehow. Irving back to James. Oh, he throws it down.
Toss, lob pass out of bounds. LeBron James still has the athletic ability, catches and throws it down. Mama, there goes that man.
That's a long distance alley-oop slam. Just amazing athleticism to catch that and then throw it down.
You know what I love? I love watching his 2 of his best friends sitting across from us. No matter what he does, they never cheer.
Irving to drive, Irving to finish. James goes at Verjao, former teammate, blocking foul call on Verjao. Livingston tied up, shot clock winding down, and he draws the foul on Shumpert. Sean Livingston is such a clever player.
See it go through the rim. Who's there? LeBron James. Not on my watch.
Crowd responding to that. Here comes James. Shot clock turned off. Inside Jefferson. Jefferson throws it down.
I like this lineup too for the Cavs. LeBron James playing the point guard position with Kyrie Irving out.
Smith, three-pointer. Got it! J.R. Smith, his 5th of the night. He's got 20. James to the basket and a foul. Blew right by Green and a chance for a three-point play as the lead balloons to 24.
This is the attack that we talked about.
James open, lays it up and in. Beautiful play from Kyrie Irving, who has 8 assists. James drills another. LeBron James, 30 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and some superb defense as well. Backing in, there's the double team, can't get it to go, tips it in with the left hand. He's making it look easy here tonight. 32.
It's personal. He looked around and saw the smaller guy on him and said, not on my watch.
Curry scoop layup, banks it in, and a foul. A wire-to-wire victory for Cleveland, an emphatic response to get them right back in these finals. Really overwhelmed the Warriors. It was one of the most impressive playoff quarters we've seen in 2016, and Irving answers with a three of his own.
So last game it was Channing Frye.
Count it, and a foul.
An excellent defense by Love.
James to the basket, banks it in. And a foul call on McAdoo. He's had his arms around James, who's looking to post him up. Shot clock down to 5. Back out J.R. Smith, way downtown. Got it! Stolen by James. And James lays it in. Green was yelling to Klay Thompson, don't foul, don't foul. And he got out of the way. Curry leans in and draws the foul on J.R. Smith. Smith helps him up as Curry will go to the line. Passes out to Kevin Love, steps back beyond the line and hits the three. Another offensive rebound. James, nice pivot, left-handed, scoops it in.
It's simple, Mike. Sounds crazy, but he's got to think score the basketball. He's that good offensive.
Excellent outlet pass to Smith for the finish. What a gorgeous pass from LeBron James for his 5th assist.
And a good job by Kevin Love also being in position to stop the drive to the cup.
Irving's jumper is good. Kyrie Irving, second straight strong game. This is the largest lead of the right from the opening tip. They've let them play for the most part. James hits a three.
I said it last game, Mike. I stand by it. He's got to take and make jump shots. You can't always get all the way to the basket.
Feeds Richard Jefferson inside. The adjustment, rolls around and drops in. Boy, that's Richard Jefferson flying through the air like the old days.
Well, Coach, you talked about how valuable he is as a...
This is a two-pointer, drills it. His shot has looked a lot more solid last several games. Kyrie Irving, crossover, got it! Oohs and ahs from the crowd. And the Cavs back up by 5. Back up and in. Livingston took a shot in the mouth as James powers in the follow. Iguodala finds Green. Give and go. Iguodala to the basket. Lost it out of bounds. Deflected by Cleveland. James objects to the call. They can't review that. There's 5 left on the 24. Steve Kerr, though, wants a timeout. An important possession. Ball deflected on that one. Clearly off Andre Iguodala. Good hands from LeBron James. 0.7 of a second remaining. Started by the young McAdoo. James drives past him in an easy 2. Irving, clear path to the basket. Layup, he missed it. James on the follow. Gets it back. James across the lane. Finds Irving underneath for the bank shot. Great look from James. And it's back to 8. 32 for Irving. Iguodala gets the pass from Curry down the lane. Stripped by James, knocked out of bounds. James goes at Curry. Cross the lane, draws the foul. Just rolls off. But he'll shoot 2 with 1:12 remaining. James sees an opening, drives inside. Layup is good. LeBron James drives in, left-handed layup. Keeps charging. Curry has it, just going to hold it. James goes right at Klay Thompson and throws it down. Kyrie Irving will dribble it out. And the Golden State Warriors, with a huge win on the road, take a commanding 3-1 lead in these NBA Finals. LeBron James and the Cavs now in a big hole as they head back to Oakland. James 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Kyrie Irving had 34. James to Irving, 3-pointer. And Kyrie Irving knocks it down. LeBron James, when he came out for warm-ups,
and he automatically switches as LeBron knocks down the long ball. But Draymond Green's so good at reading what you're trying to do offensively.
Called for a loose ball foul. LeBron James straight on, knocks down his second three-pointer, and they've tied the game. Nice comeback from the Cavaliers after they trailed by 7, and this place was erupting.
And defending any great player, the one thing you worried about when they knock down that jump shot. Then you got your hands full.
He's playing the 5. James drives and easily finishes. And James off to a good start. He has 9.
He's got a better chance to get all the way to the basket when Iguodala takes his rest.
He misses both free throws. James drives to the layup and got hit. James will shoot his third and fourth free throw of what has been a long first quarter.
And again, that's the difference. He drove to the paint with a mindset, I'm going to dunk on somebody.
Pursuit blocked by James, rejects it out of bounds. Good hustle defensively. James puts his head down, drives and finishes. LeBron James ties the game. James steps back. His jumper's been working tonight. Does again. Now 7 of 13 from the field.
But Mike, it's a smart, intelligent shot drive decisions tonight. Instead of forcing it to the rim, look at the cushion they're giving him, and he's shooting good open looks.
Varejao hands off. Klay Thompson. And a foul called as J.R. Smith barrels over Varejao. Spades gives him some room. James knocks it down. This might be the best we've seen his outside jumper consistently in the playoffs for a half.
Oh, Coach talked about it. They want to win a championship.
22 for James. James fakes, James drives, James finishes, and the foul. And a chance for a three-point play to tie the game.
Where have you been, my friend? Putting them in pick and rolls, recognizes the switch, puts his head down, and has an appointment with the rim. Clearly contact, and the big-time finish by James.
A chance for the three-point play. By the way, speaking of stat guys, our statistician Dave Freed reminds me.
And finishing at the rim. Doing a great job of mixing it up also. When he recognizes the switch, has that jump shot going, turning the corner, squaring those shoulders and attacking. Get everybody out of my way. They want to play me one-on-one with a big. Had his mind made up. And the best stat on the sheet all game long for Coach and I pointed out.
To knock up a three. And does. LeBron James with his third three-pointer. Side layup blocked by James. Back out to Curry. Open three. Couple of good looks from three for Golden State. Will not fall. Love finds James, who got free, in an easy two. This is the largest lead of the game for the Cavaliers. Irving steps into a three, knocks it down. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
He pushed him down low right there.
LeBron James with the left hand. An assortment of drives to the basket. He's got 32.
The move without the basketball.
Irving again from downtown. He's 4 for 5 from that distance. He's got 29. Goes back up and banks it in. Tristan Thompson with his first field goal. Goes in, and a foul on Thompson. James cross court to Jefferson. Jefferson drives, layup. It's good. Richard Jefferson off balance. James steps back. He tries another three. That's good. LeBron James from downtown. He's 4 of 6 from that distance. 36 points for James.
They have James guarding Azili to start possessions with Thompson.
James hands off to Jefferson. Jefferson sees an opening and lays it in. And it's an 11-point lead, largest of the game, with 1:45 remaining.
How good has Richard Jefferson been for this Cavaliers team? When inserted into the lineup, made plays.
If you're the Cavaliers.
James jump shot again. Curry to the basket, blocked by James. Curry right there on the follow. Stayed with it, and Curry has 21. Irving from three, bang! Kyrie Irving from way downtown. 41 points for Irving. James against Rush. Leans in, trying to draw the foul. Got him up, count it, and one. 40 points for LeBron James, and the lead balloons to 15.
Very good individual defense by Rush the last two possessions until he bit on the shot fake. And James just too strong.
Well, the last time two players won a road victory for the Cleveland Cavaliers, as the NBA Finals will return to Cleveland on Thursday night. The dribble, drives, reverse, blocked. Here's James out in front, Green ahead of him. James stripped and fouled. And chased by LeBron James, poked away from behind, then releases. And Curry has to back off as James throws it down. Timeout, Golden State.
Golden State gets themselves in trouble, turning the ball over.
James against Curry. Banks it in. 8-0. Klay Thompson. And a foul called. Irving fakes, drives. James on the throwdown. This is reminiscent of the Game 3 start. James down low. Back up top, J.R. Smith for three. James, Thompson running and finishing.
What an unbelievable effort play by Tristan Thompson.
On the attack, goes to the goal, left-handed, lays it in.
But Coach, we're seeing a steady diet of pick and rolls, whether it's Curry, and now he's off the floor. They're using the 5-man to set the screen, and they are attacking.
And a blocking foul called on Richard Jefferson, holding his balance. The floater. James to Thompson. Oh, what a pass from LeBron James. 31-9. Puts up the three and nails it. LeBron James from downtown. Another bad pass. Falling away, can't get it to fall. Green tips it, but right to Tristan Thompson.
But I'm putting Steph Curry into pick and roll action and forcing him to defend.
Alley-oop to Thompson! Tristan Thompson with a double-double here in the first half. James, a crossover, the layup off the glass.
How about the way that the Cavs have responded?
8 straight points after they cut it to 8. Draymond Green finds Klay Thompson. Thompson fouled as he threw up a wild shot, and he'll go to the line. Richard or Dante Jones inside. Layup is good. Dante Jones, who's hardly played in the finals, only 14 minutes through the first 5 games. His 11th of the game, finds James. What a game for Tristan Thompson. Good recovery from Barnes. J.R. Smith hits a three way downtown. And the lead is back up to 22. James on the attack, left-handed once again, lays it in.
But the right mindset. Catching.
Throws it ahead to Smith. Smith, alley-oop to James. Wow.
Crowd going crazy. J.R. Smith in transition, recognizing the locomotive running down the middle of the floor is not how you drive, it's how you arrive. Mama, there goes that man.
And this one is the cherry on the top of the sundae, Mark Jackson.
Oh, spin move from James. Fake, leans in, foul by Azili. Golden State didn't score as James lines it up and hits a three. LeBron James, his second three-pointer. And the lead back up to 19. Bad pass from Curry. Deflected.
We got to get physical, stay onto his body, and just make sure we got to be aware of where he's at all times. Thank you, Mike.
All right, Craig. LeBron James with nice head fake, draw the foul. And again, such a thrill 28 for LeBron James. It's back to 13. Green down the other end. James right there. Blocked by James. Barbosa can't hold on. Oh, what a defensive play from LeBron James. And a moving screen call on Tristan Thompson. That's his third. Irving misses. James, offensive rebound. Back up and in. 30 for LeBron James. James has to put it up. Puts it in.
That's bad offense that got rewarded with a great shot. They've got to get into their stuff much quicker.
Inside Jefferson. Irving fakes the three. To James. Layup. Banks it in. Timeout Golden State. Steve Kerr screaming at Jason Phillips. He thought Curry got hit on a three-point attempt. Instead, it's the Cavs by 11. And force a game 7 after trailing 3-1 in the series. J.R. Smith for three. Bang! Iguodala trying to stay in front. Falling away. It's good. 36 for LeBron James. Curry able to get it back. And a whistle. James floats it up and Thompson throws it down. Curry playing with 5 fouls, defending LeBron James. James throws it inside again to Thompson. Tristan Thompson, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Curry blocked by James.
Making a statement on both sides of the floor. Says to the two-time MVP, get it out of here. Not on my watch. And then how about the decision-making on the offensive end? Recognizing who is defending, where the help is coming from. Little lob pass in the air. A thing of beauty. And Thompson does the rest.
ESPN's coverage of the NBA Finals on ABC. Brought to you by the 2016 Honda CR-V. From our best thinking at
That's
Honda.
the first ejection of Curry's career. J.R. Smith. Draymond Green trying to force, and he's called for a reach-in foul. 5 fouls on Draymond Green. Finishing touches on a magnificent performance. 41 in back-to-back finals games. And there's the buzzer. Game 7, Sunday night in Oakland. Green up to Ezeli, who misses from point-blank range. James comes out of the pack. Fakes, drives on Barnes, left-handed, banks it in.
And Ezeli's had 2 quality looks to start the game.
James to Jefferson. Jefferson goes right at Draymond Green.
How great has he been this series?
Can't hit. Rebound James again. J.R. Smith releases and lays it in. Beautiful pass. And Smith with the easy bucket. Curry helps out. Smith, pass right through the hands of Curry. James, the two-handed slam. Curry had that steal, but it slipped through his hands, and LeBron James takes advantage.
That was a thing of beauty, the way that the pressure that Steph Curry just put on Kyrie Irving to defend.
Irving pulls up, stops on a dime, and banks it in. That's what Klay Thompson said was so difficult. James goes right at him and draws the foul. And James will shoot his first free throws of the night. James drives in hard. Nice adjustment with the left hand. 8 points now for James. Green's pass stolen by James, and Mo Williams all alone. LeBron James had 4 steals in Game 6, 3 in Game 5. Kicks it out. Shumpert. Shumpert, count it, and 1. Chance for a 4-point play. Iman Shumpert from downtown, their first 3-pointer of this game. James drives. Curry has to get out of the way, and James gets the friendly roll. Shot clock down to 7. Irving sets for 3. Short. Rebound knocked out of Shumpert's hands. Iguodala. Curry drives again. Left-handed blocked by James, rejected out of bounds. He's done that a couple of times in these finals, and the two of them have some words. Shumpert getting involved. James on the drive, fouled, layup, counted and one. LeBron James, another attack of the basket. And he's got a free throw coming up. Iguodala fakes, shut off nicely by Jefferson. Barbosa, shot blocked by James. Barbosa goes crashing to the ground. Here's Irving. Finds James as a trailer, threw it behind. Flips it to Shumpert. In and out, and Green grabs another rebound.
Especially with the Warriors not having any bigs on the floor. The mindset has got to be get to the cup and finish. Other guys will get involved with his aggressiveness on the offensive end. Bottom line is, it's a make-or-miss league, as Coach said.
Listen, you got to go down with these guys.
Thompson, nice soft touch, that time using the left hand. Curry with the 3 fouls, picks him up. J.R. Smith tries another three. That's good. J.R. Smith with a couple of buckets here to begin the third. Curry with the 3 fouls. James passes it off. Smith another three. That's good. J.R. Smith back-to-back threes. And 8 points here to start the third quarter. James gets it. Shot clock winding down into Love. And Love lays it in as the shot clock expires. James spins, drives, and hammered as he goes to the basket. He'll shoot two. Backs in, tough fall-away shot. It's good. Livingston played him well. James was just better.
That's good defense by Livingston.
Thompson puts it on the floor across the lane. Left-handed is good. Tristan Thompson. Shot clock back to 5. James drives, gets in the paint, puts it up, and puts it in.
The basketball. He's making plays for you. You got smaller guys on you. You got to capitalize.
That time he does, right on cue mark, with Klay Thompson switching on him. Ezeli now guarding James as Ezeli's back in. And Ezeli goes for the fake. James draws the foul. 5 to shoot. Ezeli again goes back up on him. James steps back for 3. Puts it in! LeBron James from downtown. And the Cavaliers go up by 2. 26 for James. Thompson gets away from Smith, drives left-handed off the glass.
And Steve Kerr going back to Harrison Barnes, I'm sure, for Ezeli. And Love coming back in as well.
And there's no knock to Ezeli, it's just bad.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Wow. Great pass by Curry, running hard by Iguodala, and superhuman defensive recovery by LeBron James. But they've got to manage this clock. They don't want to go early.
Irving drives to James, misses the jam, but fouled. James will shoot 2 free throws as he goes down hard with 10.6 remaining. Rattles in the second. 4-point game. Timeout Golden State. Cleveland does have a foul to give. LeBron James now with 27 points, 11 rebounds. Won't go. Rebound tip taken by Speights. Final seconds. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions. Cleveland's long sports nightmare has ended. The drought is over. 52 years. Time to celebrate a title. And the emotions for LeBron James, who delivers on his promise to come home and bring a championship to his beloved hometown.
LeBron.
I'm sorry, Doris.
No worries, Kyrie. LeBron, as soon as that buzzer sounded, your emotions let loose. Can you describe what you're feeling right now?
I set out a goal 2 years when I came back to bring a championship to this city. I gave everything that I had. I poured my heart, my blood, my sweat, my tears to this game, and against all odds, I don't know why we want to take the hardest road. I don't know why the man above gives me the hardest road, but It's nothing the man above don't put you in situations that you can't handle. And I just kept that same positive attitude, like, instead of saying, why me, they're saying this is what he want me to do. And Cleveland, this is for you. Oh!
LeBron, you did what no other team had been able to do, coming back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals. And to do that, you had to win twice in a place that proved too much for so many teams. What did you find in Game 5 here?
Just locked in. I had to change my approach a little bit on how I approach the game. I wasn't that good in the first 2 games here in this building. I watched a lot of film, detailed it out, changed my blueprint, and was able to put together some spectacular games after being down 3-1. History, we're in the record books. We're the first team ever to come back from a 3-1 deficit. This is special.
Time now to bring back NBA Commissioner Adam Silver to present the MVP award. Adam.
2 years ago, he wrote a letter to his fans in which he said, "I'm coming home." And he said, "Nothing is given to you in Northeast Ohio. Everything is earned." And LeBron, it was unanimous. Most Valuable Player, 2016 NBA Finals. Congratulations.
LeBron, in that letter that Adam Silver referenced, you said the most important thing to you was to bring a championship to Northeast Ohio. Why was that so important?
I understood what the people of Northeast Ohio have been through the last 50-plus years. I kept it at bay. I never stressed the fact that I didn't feel the pressure, that none of those things, so it always kept me level-headed. But I understood what everyone in Northeast Ohio have been through the last 50-plus years, and I'm happy to be a part of history. I can't wait to get back home. I'm ready to get to you guys.
What kind of character did it require of a group that had so many playing in their first NBA Finals to come out and win on this floor?
We've been through so much adversity these last 2 years. I just knew what we was capable of, even being down 3-1 versus the greatest regular season team ever, 73-9, and everybody counted us out, and that's when we strive the most, when everybody counted us out. And that's definitely when I strive the most, when everybody counted me out.
LeBron, you won 2 titles in Miami, and I know they meant the world to you. Why does this one feel different?
I'm home. I'm home. This is what I came back for. I'm at a loss for words. This is unbelievable. It doesn't feel real right now.
Congratulations, LeBron.
Thank you, Doris. Thank you so much.